I have some personal questions for you before we get to that. Nothing too interesting there, he says and sniffs. I see no reason why you would investigate an old halfling with nothing to do, with nothing good to grant into the world. You seem interesting enough. Kind of you, but you are wrong. My work is the only thing that is interesting, I assure you. Fine, fine, keep your secrets, old man. Can you give me some mind healing? Of course. I am, however, a bit swamped in work right now. I will get you a booked slot. Okay, that might be nice. I have time after the election. You should come and visit. You should come visit then. Okay, I'll do that. Great! I have not had a chance to hold a dialogue with a cleric before. It will be interesting. Truth be told, I am very overworked. I'm struggling with a certain topic. He makes a noise that might once have been a cough. The old man is frustrated. He's trying to avoid even thinking about it. What? I am focusing on a specific idea of civics. The idea of two opposite faces of your ego, masculine and feminine. But I just can't seem to get past a certain obstacle. Explain. You see, there is a work called Book of the Mind. It is, in my opinion, Cividix's masterpiece in the figurative sense. Figurative? Indeed. No, I'm asking, what does that mean, a figurative masterpiece? I am saying it is a masterpiece in the sense of the common tongue, as opposed to a masterpiece in the literal sense, being a work to finish a master's scholarship. Anyway, there is a rare edition of that book, which contains a rumored so-called final foreword from Cividix himself. In this foreword, he apparently reveals a revelation about his categorization of the psyche, specifically on the topic of gender. Might be nothing, but it would be highly interesting to get my grubby hands on it. He leans in and whispers, and more importantly, it would bring me great pleasure to know how much Cividix would be spinning in whatever Thessinian mass grave he's buried in, if he knew a halfling like myself was pioneering in his footsteps. Ho ho. He wasn't a fan? Like most humans of his era, he was very, let's say, humanity first. Snorri leans back in his chair. This final 6th edition of the book, it was only printed in 10 copies. The publisher then hiked up the price in order to sell it to collectors. Those collectors have then spent the last 3 decades using these copies as a form of investment, making sure to keep the content of that foreword a tightly guarded secret. How terrible. A scholar's word should be freely available. Smart way of getting money. If it's about gender, then it's better to keep it a secret. No. How terrible. A scholar's words should be freely available. Nothing is ever free, even if it is free. So what you want me to find this rare book? He nods. I drank a bit too much the other night, and in my desperation I paid a diviner to cast Locate Object for me. I didn't expect anything, and it was very expensive. However, she actually found it. A copy of the 6th edition book of the Mind is here, very close to Water Lane View. And she even told me the exact direction. He points to the floor. About 40 meters straight down. In the city below? Yes, exactly. I think I might know where it is. Okay. There was this stack of books that we found where we also found Meek. That we couldn't pick up because we got a spell cast on us. Because my intelligence wasn't good enough to bypass it. It might be in there. That would be my first spot to look. And you trust this diviner? Well, trust might be a bit of a strong word. A bit strong of a word. But she was connected to the Freestriders, and while they are ruthless capitalists, they would not keep a scam artist around. Or if they did, it would be very funny, of course. What was the name of this diviner? Lisa, I believe, he sniffs. She used to have a hut on top of the Free Strider building. It wandered away, I think. Wandered? He makes a little walking motion with his fingers. Skadoodled, as they say. That's very strange. She seemed kind. I hope she stops working for those fucking parasites. Meters? Right. That is something like 100 feet. 150 maybe. Sorry, the diviner was a Free Strider. You know how they're like in reads. Silly decimal people. This sounds like a quest. Move on. Sure, why not? So many side quests, Snell mutters to himself. Delve into the dangerous tunnels below and get me that book. Don't get yourself killed, and in exchange I will, well, what the fuck kind of reward do you want? You swear a lot. I want you to teach me how to be a man. I want you to heal my broken mind. I don't know, do you have a magic item or something? Do you have a magic item or something? He shrugs. I have books in droves. You know what? He says and snaps his fingers. The book itself. It's expensive and probably magical in some sense. Get me the book, let me take a look at that foreword, and you keep the book afterwards. That's still a quest, right? But I don't have to even return to you in that case. I can just have the book and go. So you can't offer me something else too? That sounds wonderful. I am not an expert in what kind of weird shit is down there, but the city below is dangerous, so don't wander blindly. Meek, no underground. Good. Meek will warn Master in time for traps. Good luck, cleric. Okay. That's all for now, citizen. My god, that was a long conversation. That was an hour of just straight up talking to the guy. It was interesting, don't get me wrong, but man, my voice is dry. And I still have to meet some friends today. I have to, what a terrible obligation. Because it's Friday, so yeah. So I don't know how long I will record. Maybe I will quickly run to the underground. And I will try to find the book. Where does that lead again? Pillar crossing. Okay, let's go down there. I guess I'll see you at the hideout. Okay, this is what I was thinking, that it's in this pile. Let's behold it. A stack of cryptic books. Engage. Difficulty 12. Right. Do I have some items on me that could boost my intelligence temporarily? Okay, can we sort? Food, cleric tools, trinkets, helmets. Okay. Do I have intelligence boosting helmets? What does this one do? Oh, this one already boosts intelligence. Okay. Trinkets. This is Dex, Charisma, Dex, Strength, Dex. This is intelligence, but it wouldn't round it off. Do I have anything that lowers intelligence? No, this gives me intelligence. Okay, helms, weapons. Anything that gives me int here? This gives me int. Okay, let's put that here for now. And then what was it? Trinkets, this one instead of the head here. And then my intelligence should be better. Okay. There we go. Let's give it a shot. Ah, there we go. That works. The wards recognize your competence. They part like curtains. Inside you find a treatise on sensory magic illusions. This Hagensag was studying the relationship between perception and reality, rigorously, mathematically. Hundreds of pages of experiments on the mixing of illusions and divination. He posits the mind does not receive reality, it constructs it. Each moment, your senses gather fragments, color, sound, pressure, heat. Then something deeper, something he calls the interpretive layer, assembles those fragments into a coherent world. The question he asks, not quite so directly, what happens when you tamper with that layer? Not showing someone a fake image, not casting darkness over their eyes, rather reaching into the mechanism itself through esoteric means, thus adjusting the assembly. This does not appear too far-fetched. It does not. This seems to align well with the scholarly basis of your education. However, the next part does not. The last half of the tome, throughout many trials, mostly performed on himself, you gather, this man, who calls himself Haggenshags, he shows results pointing towards a measurable conduit within every string, one visible only through this altered layer. The bloom of jaw lies upon each caster, he writes, all channeled through the gates, invisible, hidden, even the outer gods are blind. How else would the lich sustain himself? How else do the pockets both increase below and decrease above? Only I can see the truth. Only I can master the relic left by Umbramixus. All I need is to locate it. That one word, one key to unlock a world of total dominance in the new era. All I need is power word ebb. Stare at the last page. Madness. The type of madness only born from revealed truth. New master has read old master's book. Meek is very impressed. Close the tome carefully. These wards seal themselves behind you, satisfied perhaps that you treated their contents with respect. These books are not worth the headache. Okay, so it wasn't what I hoped for. But hey, it was good nonetheless, and I got a result. Now, what would... Oh my god, rat. Hey there, rat. Behold, a scared little rat. Grab it. There we go. Let's trifle with the strength rat. Hey there, strength rat. What is there to read about you? A red rat. It's clearly scared and lashes out towards your fingers, but it remains calm as long as you keep a firm grip. Okay. Are the rats their own category? They don't seem to be. They're also not trinkets. Literature. Oh no, key items. We now have 4 rats. I think I still need 1 rat. We'll find it eventually, I'm sure. Ah, okay, and here is the... Okay, interesting. Wait, intelligence? Oh, we have this sort of stuff as well. Okay, these lower intelligence, of course. Okay. Wisdom, okay. I'll go back to all items. And, wait, this one I wanted to add the other trinket again. I think we had this fella. Yeah, there we go. Now we're back to normal. But we don't have the book yet, unfortunately. I don't know where it is then. There's no book floating in the gelatinous cube. That's at least something. That would be a pain in the ass to fish out. This place also didn't seem to have a book. Oh! Have we... An unfortunate fellow. Trifle. Piece of paper. It's plus dex minus strength, I think. Some kind of adventuring log. You look at the wrinkled piece of paper. Its content half legible through grime and stains. An adventuring log. Highly uninteresting. Okay, let's try. Of course. You recognize it as Draconic, but the meaning escapes you. The dialect is old, formal. Read it? You squint at the faded text. Most of it is mundane. Supply lists, coordinates, complaints. But at the bottom, something different. A passage written in another hand. Older, more deliberate. The text shifts into formal script. Dominus noster mox redibit posteri eius insidiantur. Our Lord... something... I had Latin in school, but that was a while ago, and I wasn't that good at it. Magnus Thesaurus Esuti intra muros sedis amisae iacet sub pedibus proditorum. I don't know. Spiritum Filii eius primogenti inveni et cum eo locutus sum. Ossa eius captiva in illis arcanis aulis tenentur presentia. Okay, you know what? It's a lot of something with goblins. Okay, I will try again. Like one sentence, I was like, maybe I can piece some things together, but this whole thing, absolutely not. My rolls are back to being ass. The one critical is out of the system, and now I'm rolling ass again. I still have 5. I found one on the way here. Come on. I'm wondering, am I just unlucky in this game? Or is this some kind of universal experience that the die is weighted or something? Yeah, look. This is... I only have 3 left. I'll use 1 more, and then it's done. Come on! There we go, there's another 20. I can roll under 10 or a 20. That's my options, I suppose. The translation forms in your mind from what you remember from your days of Towers courses. Our master will soon return. His descendants lay in wait. The great trove of Esuth sits within the walls of the lost seat under the feet of the traitors. I have found and spoken with the spirit of his firstborn son. His bones are caught in those arcane halls, kept stable by the presence of a filthy goblin chiefess. As long as she holds that ground, his divine remnants will not move, but I have sealed the entrance. It will only open for a true follower. Hail Esuth, may fire sweep the coast. A dragon cultist wrote this. These adventurers were hunting for it. Hail Esuth, may fire sweep the coast. I'll just say it. You say the words aloud, nothing happens. But you've memorized them now, just in case. Interesting. Okay. So there was something going on. It wasn't with this statue, of course, but... okay. I don't know where to find the book, though. Is this underwater lane? Are we underwater lane here? I don't have the, you know, the architecture and the whole thing memorized entirely. Or maybe it's in here somewhere. I mean, we can go on a quick walk. I'll look, you know what? I'll look around for a bit to see if I can find something. And maybe we will also meet Akzel again. Does this guy maybe have the book? The skull floats in front of you with a permanent smirk and wide jeweled eyes. Cleric! So loud. Oh, that was so loud. No, nothing like that. Okay. I'm going to go now. I was just wondering if he maybe had the book that I need, but he doesn't. Oh, okay. At least I found Akzel. That's good. So we can talk to him about the other statue I found. Let's climb down here. Once more, a short fall. Take that step again. You are at the bottom of the step. Let's go. Hey there, Akzel. Can I behold you again? There we go. That's better. Underdwarf, level 5 archaeologist. This right here is the 4th pillar of the feudal system. A spelunking, delving, digging, roaming, true-blooded adventurer. Though he's seen a lot of shit in his days, Akzel still has his glowing eyes set on the next prize. The true reward of a life on the trail. A hoard. He will find it, one day, someday. But not this day. Perhaps you will see him again? Who are you kidding? Of course you will. Strength 12, Dex 13, Constitution 13, Intelligence 11, Wisdom 10, Charisma 9. Okay. Let's engage. He wipes his brow and yells down to you. Hey there. I found those ruins you were looking for. Yes. And I found the symbol on the ruins. The symbol of a sun. Yes. He lowers his head, letting it hang for a while. He then lets out a roar. For Helvete! His little body joins in the screeches. That's not a good sign. Huh? The dwarf takes a deep breath. A sun means those ruins are just the same as these. He says and taps the stone beside him. They are consecrated. The white mains would never consecrate a secret grave. Damn it! Are you certain? Oh, absolutely. I spent years researching these cat bastards. Even learned some cat speech. Mi llamo... Is that an L? Mi llamo Akzel es un... Oh, right. Spanish. Cats speak Spanish. I forgot. Mi llamo Akzel es un caballo blanco. Again, sorry for my Spanish. I don't speak it. He groans. Guy's not entirely off. Snell whispers to you. I know what I'm talking about, okay? This means only one thing. The lead was off, he scoffs. Oh well. Time to regroup and rethink. After the election, that is. Here. He tosses his pickaxe to you. That's a little trick we have in the delving business. A custom-made detect secrets infused pickaxe. A magical item as payment, not bad. Detect secret? That is very useful. Sure is, bror. You've earned it. You've earned it, Cleric of Norwich. Of course, the pickaxe is a bit wonky. The keyword is supposed to be secret, as in, you know, the word secret. But the pickaxe casts this, pickaxe casts the spell, but it doesn't quite work. So, do with it as you please. Anyhow, I'll be packing up soon. I'm done here. Thanks again. Saved me a ton of time and effort. Maybe in a few months you'll join me for a real expedition. It could be fun. That sounds like a death wish. I'll think about it. Think hard and long. You've got time. And if there's anything else, just let me know. Good luck then, yeah? Okay. That's at least something. Let's take a look at this new pickaxe that we found. There it is. Strength and intelligence. Interesting. A highly dysfunctional pickaxe. It's supposed to point towards the nearest secret. A trap, fake wall, or something where other dungeoneering goodies are hidden. However, when you wield it, it just keeps trying to point upwards, making it impossible to actually use. Though the runes look quite interesting. God damn it. I think I'll keep Dex and Con. Because this would round nothing off. Yeah, I'll just keep the bow and arrow. And I think I'm gonna have to call it here. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.